first meal of the day. It's 10 past 10. Have my clients in the morning, fasted. Go do my cardio, fasted, just finished it. So here's my first meal, which is going to be 100 grams of oats, 30 grams of whey, 1 CLA to fish oil, omega-3, and multivitamin. So these are the actual supplements I use from MyProtein, and obviously that's them in the tablet form. Protein, True Whey from MyProtein, and obviously porridge. Got 10 grams of cashew butter there. Put a little bit of cinnamon and some salt in there as well. It's Saturday, 10th of September. Obviously doing these vlog things are a little bit all over the week. I'm just trying to put bits and pieces throughout my day so people get a bit of an understanding of like my lifestyle, how I live it, how prep's going. Yeah, it's Saturday, as I've just shown you. That's kind of how I prep things like my potatoes and chicken. What I will do is I actually cook my chicken plain. Once I cook my chicken plain, and then I'll add some of this spray on. So basically, as I put the meals together, I let the chicken cool down, and that's how I weigh my chicken. And then I'll put 2 sprays of this on with the meal. So it's like coconut oil. You know, it's 1 calorie spray, so it's not really going to have a negative effect on the prep. So I'll put that on just for a little bit of flavour on top of the chicken. Potatoes, I'll weigh them dry. And then I'll cook them, and then I'll re-weigh them. The reason why I weigh them dry is just so that I know how much potatoes I'm actually getting in per meal. Just gives me a bit more of an idea of how much to cook as well, so that I'm not cooking 2 kilos of potatoes or 1.5 kilos of potatoes when I don't need to. As I say, it's 11 o'clock now. Feeling quite flat. 5 weeks out from tomorrow. Can't really see. Definitely tightening up as the days go on. Yeah, feeling a little bit flat, but today's an upper body workout. What I've actually done is, sorry about the blur in there, it's obviously I'm not very good with cameras. I recorded a upper body workout, I recorded a push workout a few days ago, and I'll show you that now. I'll run you through that, but this is an idea of kind of how I spend my days. As I say, it's Saturday today. I've already done my morning walk, checked in with clients, written up a nutrition plan for someone who's just come on board. So yeah, pretty productive day already. So obviously I've prepped all my food, and now I'm ready to go hit the gym soon. So that's my Saturday, and 5 weeks out as of tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. As I say, feeling solid. Just got to keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully I can get myself into the type of condition that I need and want to be in. But here's a push workout. Hope you enjoy. I hope you can pick up some tips, and I'll keep continuing putting these out just to document my situation I'm in and how prep's going. So starting on my push workout, I'll always start on flat bench press just at the moment, because it's become my main go-to exercise to start the workout with. Previously it was dumbbells, but then I kind of got into a place where I wasn't finding myself progressing very easy, so I made the switch over into barbell, and I feel that it's definitely helping me out quite a bit. So as you can see, I warm up with a bar, go on through to 5 kilo the side, which is 30, which I'll do 10 reps on, and then 40 kilo, which I'll actually do 8 reps on. And then after that I'll go on to 50 kilo, which generally is between 6 to 8 again. And then, as you can see, this is kind of how I'll warm up towards my working sets, just to make sure that everything is nice and warm. And really, to be honest with you, me doing this process has really helped me avoid any type of injury. I have had shoulder injuries in the past, so and then 60 kilo, where I literally do 3 reps for just to get my body used to it, and then I go into my working sets, which I've done 5 sets of 5 on 70 kilo, which is progression, because when I first started, I was obviously took a bit of a step back, and I was doing 5x5 on 60. Every 2 weeks I'm progressing, strength's increasing, so I'm just going to keep going with the flow and just continue to push, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll be doing 8 year on 9. And then after that I went on to overhead press. As you can see, I like to do it standing. It's my preferred way of doing it. I've definitely started to notice a lot of progression within strength on this movement, which I think is helping quite a lot with my bench press and my other pressing movements. So I'll warm up on the bar, and then after that I'll go on to 5 kilos a side, which I'll be doing 8 to 10 reps of. Same thing, just making sure that I'm nice and warm. Obviously through doing chest press, my shoulders are quite warm anyway, but it's more the movement patterns that I'm just trying to get myself prepared for. Once doing this set, I think I've done 2 warm-up sets on this, and then I went straight into 10 a side, which I ended up doing 3 sets of 8 for. Obviously, you know, as you go through prep, you do kind of lose a little bit of strength, so everything is getting harder and it does feel a lot heavier, but I was pretty happy with getting this done. Felt that I pushed it, got the most out of the movement, and got the reps that I needed to get out. After that I went on to this incline cable press. So basically the reason why I prefer doing this to dumbbells on certain occasions is just because the constant tension on the muscle, the constant resistance. You notice with cables there's always that feeling there. You don't always get that with a dumbbell, so I do like to finish on sometimes exercises like this, and for instance with this I ended up doing 3 sets of 15, just really focusing on the stretch and the squeeze, getting plenty of blood in the muscle, really getting a good pump, and I feel that this exercise works really well, especially when you hold it at that bottom. You get really good stretch in there and a really good feel. So if you've never done this before, give it a go. It does work, and you get a good feeling out of it. After that I went on to a cable crossover, which is using the bench. So I was sitting up, obviously this just takes any kind of momentum out of the movement. Exactly the same as what I was doing with the incline. I think I only done 2 sets of 15 on this, and literally just focusing on that big stretch, and then really coming in, getting a good squeeze, keeping the shoulders back, trying not to let them roll forward, because quite often what you see is people start pushing their shoulder blades forward, shoulders go forward, takes the chest out of the movement, and you're just kind of pressing mainly with your shoulder. I find by doing this, putting my shoulders right back, it allows me to really get a good squeeze in the chest, and that's my main focus, especially on a movement like this, where the main focus is definitely not from moving away from A to B. It's all about getting the blood into the muscle, getting a good feel for it, and getting a good squeeze. And as you can see, as I'm going through the reps, obviously my chest is starting to fill up with blood, and I'm definitely starting to notice a difference with my chest development by doing exercises like this, and focus on just getting a good 2 to 3 sets of 15 reps out of it after doing the heavier weights in the start of the workout. And then after that I went on to 3 sets of 15 on the tricep pushdowns. I've increased my frequency by quite a bit when it comes to arms, because they're definitely a lagging point for me. Not only do they help with all your pressing movements, but also they do help with the way you look as well. You know, everybody wants to have a bit bigger arms. So what I've actually done is I've increased the frequency, so I'm generally hitting either my biceps or triceps pretty much every day. If it's only one exercise, that's fine. It's just more to get the overall volume in a week, and obviously I rotate from bicep to tricep to bicep to tricep, and then I have an individual arm day, which I will show you as time goes on. But yeah, just getting a good squeeze in here, getting a good stretch, getting a good feel for it, making sure the triceps doing the movement. And then after that I went on to do a little bit of posing. As you can see, this is me at 5.5 weeks out. I'm starting to feel a lot more confident with the way that I'm looking. Definitely getting tighter. Need to sort a lot of things out, like the way I transition between movements and this final pose I need to kind of get the hang of as well. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. Just got to keep practicing, keep grinding, keep getting leaner.